Ross Solomon!
Greetings YouTube, welcome to Zero AD Newbie Rush. I'm Jim Cogan and we are back for classic 4v4 action. It's mainland medium. I know you get a bit bored of mainland medium, but I have got some games on some different maps coming up real soon. But we're back to the bread and butter of the Sunday games. 4v4. 2 teams of 4, and it's going to be an exciting one. We'll rip through the players shortly. Just to bear in mind, you might have noticed I'm sounding a little bit nasal. On the one hand, I've got much better sound dampening in my little recording room here. On the other hand, my son has given me terrible, horrible cold and flu lurgy type stuff. So if you notice any strange sharp edits in it, it's because in this video, it's because I've had a coughing fit and I've had to cut them out. Right, that's housekeeping out the way. Let's rip through the teams, starting with Team 1 in the north and the players, starting with Pistol Pete in the pink, who has nerfed their rating, so they've taken their rating out. Pistol Pete, I know for a fact, is probably by now up in the 15, maybe nearly pushing 1600s. We saw him very recently, was on the losing side a few weeks back, but played a bit of a blinder himself. Just ran out of teammates, more or less. But Pistol Pete, playing as the Romans, very good player. Big fan of them. Looking forward to seeing how they do on this near side flank here. Moving along in the purple, so we've got pink and purple right next to each other. That'll be nice for colour clash, but never mind. We have Carrid, also not showing a rating at the moment. I'm sure I've covered Carrid before. Playing as the Iberians, going along at a fair old click, so I think it's safe to say Carrid knows what they're doing. We'll try and come up with what we think their rating should be a little further on in the game. Just looking at Cav, Pistol Pete's already got some cavalry there, so there could be some raiding. We'll keep an eye on that. Oh, hang on, who is, oh yeah, Iberians, I've already said that. In the light blue or cyan, playing as the Gauls, it's Farabundo. Rating of 1414, know nothing about Farabundo, decent rating. Be very interested to see what they do with the Gauls in this far side sort of pocket slot here. And rounding out Team 1 in the blue, playing as the Britons, Gearin, rating 1230. We saw Gearin a few weeks back on the winning side, I believe, and played a bit of a blinder. So possibly an artificially low rating. If they do a lot of team games, then maybe not a lot of opportunities to get that rating up. But Gearin, we know for a fact, from having seen him at least once before, Gearin is no slouch, and interested to see how they do. My favourite Sea of the Britons. Right, into Team 2 in the south, starting off with, in the orange, Vine Shreddy, rating of 1389. Never seen them before. Interesting name. Don't know if they are... You do have to wonder, sometimes you get top players come back in with new account names for anonymity and a low rating because people just refuse to play them if they're too good. I don't know if Vine Shreddy is one of those. I've never seen them before, never heard of them. They are going along at a fair old rate, so they're obviously no slouch, but rating of 1389, you wouldn't expect them to be terrible. I'm hearing... Is that hunting noises? Hunting noises. I think nobody's died. Yeah, they're killing sheep at the moment. Oh, we are having kills over the far side. Gearin has killed one of the other players. I think that's a scout. Let's have a look. Yes, that would appear to have been a murder of a scout. We'll catch up on that. Pistol Pete has also killed somebody as well. Now let's switch on the silhouette. There we go. I'm forever forgetting to do that. Yeah, Pistol Pete has amassed a lot of cav. I would almost bet immediately that Pistol Pete's coming down south here to attack Vine Shreddy, playing as the Spartans. So that's going to be quite a contest. Let's have a look at the rest of the team. I think Pistol Pete is still hunting. They're all going in. We'll keep an eye on that. No other deaths reported other than Pistol Pete's killed one person. I'm imagine it's not a cav. I wonder what he killed. We missed it. But anyway, let's have a look at the rest of the teams. The rest of the players on Team 2. Playing as the Persians in the red, Andreas Addy. We saw them also, I think possibly in the same game that Garen was in, and they had a bit of an underwhelming performance for somebody who is perhaps one of the game here's big hitters. Rating of 1509. Playing as the Persian, so Cav may feature. We do like Persian Cav, and I'd be interested to see how they get on if they recover from it. They're again in that slightly favourable position just on the inside pocket. We'll see how they do. Moving along, in the yellow, we have Simone Luxembourg. I'm hearing fighting elsewhere. They've already killed and lost somebody. Who are they fighting against? It's nobody immediately obvious. So maybe it's a scout? Not sure. It looks like there is some raiding going on, but we keep missing it. But yeah, Simone Luxembourg, I think I was in a team game with them fairly recently. And they struck me as being quite a tidy player. So interesting. We'll be interested to see how they do in the yellow, playing as the Carthaginians. So we'll look out for phase 2 Cav. That's the mercenary Cav seems to have been a big tactic recently. Rounding out Team 2 and indeed the game, Isam96, old friend of the channel. I haven't seen them for a little while. Rating 1639. Ptolemies. They're going to be dangerous. They always are. They're facing off against Girin here on the flank. Girin, as we notice, a few idle women there. That's not good. Come on, there's 5 of them. Build a field. But never mind. There they go. Right. Let's have a quick look at populations. So it's Andreas Addy ripping ahead with 70, closely followed by a whole group of people in the 60s. So Isam 96, Farabundo, Karad, and Girin has just reached 60. And it looks like Simone Luxembourg and Vine Shreddy are bringing up the rear a little. Interesting. Farabundo has just moved into the lead, so Gaul's very good at booming. So we have 2 Celtic factions up here, Gauls and Britons. Let's see if anybody's gone massively in for Cav. In fact, they have. There's a raid going on as we speak. Pistol Pete has sent 5 of his units in. One of them appears to have been shot up a few times, not found any easy targets. He's got 1 kill, and I think that was from earlier. So thus far, Vine Shreddy has kept his population safe, albeit somewhat low. They're bottom at the moment of the population stakes at 56. Isam 96, Vine Shreddy, and Girin all pop maxed at the moment, pop capped rather. And they come back in, and that causes Vine Shreddy's Cav to run away to the safety of the CC. Vine Shreddy already in a position to go to phase 2, isn't taking it yet, but I think we'll see some swift phasing up pretty soon. What type of cav are these? They are Roman cavalry, so they're going to be the Lancer cavalry, so melee cav, so they're pretty dangerous if they get in close. Hasn't slowed Pistol Pete down, not finding any targets. Appears to have slowed Vine Shreddy down. He's been a bit slow, but interesting times. But houses going up, lots of wood production. Anybody phasing up at the moment? Lots of people currently pop maxed, which is unusual, especially some of the players involved. Andreas Addy and Isam96 both made that mistake. Very odd indeed. Let's see how the battle on the flanks are shaping up. So we're still seeing Pistol Pete hovering, maybe waiting for fields to go down, maybe waiting for these houses. Oh, it's all soldiers over there, so Vine Shreddy is not leaving any easy targets available for Pistol Pete as Pistol Pete goes in again. He's now taking flak from the CC. Nobody in it. He's going to try and get a couple of opportunistic kills. Fails there. Is he going to lose some of these horses? And there's nothing doing there. They're just... yeah, I think he might have to give up on that. let's have a look on the other flank. So I would say it's looking pretty even there, although Pistol Pete has definitely got a little bit of an advantage. Andreas Addy still in front with 104 and ISAM 96 102. Farabundo at the top there, we've hardly looked at, has got up to 105, just been passed by the two players I mentioned again. So been relatively well behaved, but only minor incursions on flanks here. Let's see, ISAM 96 has got cavalry. They're still hunting at the moment, so no sign of a rush at that point. Gear and hunting in this dangerous area just to the north of ISAM 96, and we're seeing Farabundo on 8 minutes and 6 seconds with a population of 106 is going for the town phase, so he will get there first. We haven't looked at Carrid yet. Carrid population of 95, slow and steady, but well, I wouldn't say slow. They're barreling along nicely. They're just about to hit 100. Simone Luxembourg is currently bringing up the rear in population. It's only 87, so not a huge amount separating them. So nobody is running away with it. Nobody is being left behind. As Farabundo reaches that town phase on 8 minutes 36. So interesting. The Ghouls very good at booming fast. Everybody else still in phase 1, although they've all hit 90 plus now. ISAM 96 has hit 140, that's incredible, and there's quite a lot of infantry in there as well. It's still Gearin who's got the most infantry, so I think expecting a raid that never came. I would have thought Simone Luxembourg would have been racing to phase 2. Maybe they're not going for that phase 2 cavalry plan that we've seen put into effect so well recently and be so overpowered. Pistol Pete going through again. It hasn't fully healed up those horses. They've healed them up partially. Is he looking for soft targets? Maybe going after the I think he'd be better off going after the cav over there, as we're seeing a whole glut of people phasing up just after 9 minutes. So pretty much all of team 1 of going up to phase 2. Pistol Pete's just made it. Gearin last to go. Carrid has done it, and we're seeing some kills from Pistol Pete now. It's 4 without reply. And yeah, Vine Shreddy in a little bit of trouble here. Has lost 5. And in come the soldiers. There's a handful of soldiers in there. Did Pistol Pete lose anybody? I think he did lose 1. But that certainly will have possibly messed up Vine Shreddy's plans just a little bit. Interesting. Has that given him a serious advantage? Pistol Pete, he's already got about a 20... Yeah, it's not quite 20, is it? Yeah, he's got a small population advantage. But the main thing is Pistol Pete has made it up to phase 2, and Simone Luxembourg has made it, Andres Addy has made it, and ISAM 96 is in progress. So Vine Shreddy, last person on phase 1, he needs to move up pretty quick, otherwise Pistol Pete is going to start bumping up his troops, strengthening them, and start attacking. I'm almost certain. We're still waiting for ISAM 96 to make an aggressive move on Gearin. I thought that would be coming. Maybe in phase 1 there would be a raid, but they haven't really gone in for it. It's only the far flank. Are we going to see any fast expansions in phase 2? I think what we're looking for is the mercenary producing building here for Simone Luxembourg. I'm not seeing it. Seeing barracks. Interesting. So they don't appear to be going down that route. They just seem to be racing through the phases. So could be interesting. ISAM 96 has absolutely surged ahead, 170 population. And we still haven't seen Vine Shreddy. What's he doing over there? No. So a bit of an expansion to the side. I fancy Pistol Pete's position over Vine Shreddy. I don't think Vine Shreddy's he's got to get himself up to up to phasing up soon. Is he in a position to? Not quite. Still lacking. Now he is. Should go straight away. Yeah, no. 10 more troops. So delaying it, trying to get that population up to something matching Pistol Pete. As we see Farabundo start city phase, Vinetrelli finally has queued up the town phase. So scrap those 10 and decided to go straight to it. Playing catch up. We see Andrus Addy maybe doing a bit of a raid here. Are they going after Pistol Pete? Any obvious targets to go for? I'm looking around as to who else has got cav. Andreas Addy has now made 11 cav in total. We're seeing 5 of them here. What targets have we got? It's all soldiers there. There's the mines there. That's all infantry, but they are ranged troops, so they're trying to get kills from distance. And I think they're going to get at least 1, maybe 2. No, they got 1 before starting to take a little bit of flak, and that brings the cav out. So we'll be seeing range cav versus lancer cav, outnumbered as well. I don't. Oh no! It's 4 versus 5, but the lancer cav only needs to be close to get hit in. It's a guaranteed hit. They're taking them through. Taking them through Vine Shreddy's base, probably won't appreciate that. And the rest of Andrus Addy's cav come in now. Suddenly, they've got the numbers. Are they going to follow through with that, try and find some easy targets? There aren't really many. It's a very strong base. The softest targets, there's some women at the back. But yeah, not many obvious targets there. On the other side, are we seeing any developments? And are we seeing any expansions? Now everybody's pushing their borders gently. Where are we going to see the tactical advantage surface? We are 12 minutes and 48 seconds in, and it's been largely conservative at the moment, as we see Pistol Pete trying to put a tower up and Andrus Addy trying to deny it. And I think they're going to get a few easy kills here. They've got 4 for the loss of naught. The cav are coming back in, but that tower is definitely going up. So debatable as to whether it's affected Pistol Pete's development or not. Lots of players now into phase 3. As far as T1 goes, it's all 4 of them are either there or about to make it. Phase 2, Team 2. Only ISAM 96 is in phase 3, everybody else in phase 2, and no sign of anyone phasing up at the moment. Pistol Pete carried about to make it to phase 3, and Andrus Addy has basically done for Pistol Pete's cavalry. They are dead, and more of them turning up. He's got 29 cav. It's all of those horse archers. Has he upgraded archery? This will be interesting to see as he's trying to get easy kills here. He's fighting just on the edge of the shadow of a tower, so he is taking a bit of flak, but it's 13 kills. So Pistol Pete taking a little bit of damage. I think they've had to abandon producing that temple. They're just letting Andrus Addy shoot at it at the moment. That is a siege workshop going up. It'll be interesting to see if they decide to deny that. They're moving into position away from the tower. Can Pistol Pete get any defences up for this? Yeah, they've stopped that right away. Behind it is a stable. So Pistol Pete not having it his own way. More horses coming up. Now 41 in total been made there and active out in the field of play. Nobody else really doing much. It looks like, look at this. ISAM 96 has got Siege Workshop out. Hasn't got anything coming out of it. Gearin has gone in for Siege. He has got Rams waiting. So this is interesting, and this is ISAM 96 going in for something major. I'm surprised he hasn't supported it. He's got elephants as an option as well, but hasn't produced any elephants. So the infantry are going in first to kind of soften things up. You can see walls being built, but a lot of infantry now coming to respond, but this is a lot of infantry in place. This is the first major battle. As we have a look at how Andrus Addy is doing briefly, he's getting some support from Carried now coming down to try and chase him away, but he's not going to go far. He's not going to fully withdraw. But this is the big one. But we're also seeing Farabundo come down with siege and infantry. We're going to have siege of Gearin as well in reserve. We've seen some elephants hastily raised there. So 3 elephants for ISAM 96, and big ass battle going on here. This is huge, and it's not going that well for ISAM 96. I think he's been forced back. And is there momentum to this? Are they going to come in and now start trying to take out his infrastructure as the elephants start to fall? ISAM 96 is still positive in the kill-death ratio. He's got 19 kills to its raising, 21 to 18 losses. Farabundo has not actually really rolled in as an attacking force. His rams are staying there, and it's Gearin's rams who are proceeding south. We're still seeing... we're seeing Pistol Pete launch a massive strike now. Despite the fact he's still being hassled by Andreas Addy, he has gone in heavily on Vine Shreddy over here. I don't think he's got any siege, but we're just going to pop back to this main battle. We're now seeing Simone Luxembourg also committing infantry. Look at the body count here. It's ridiculous. And that is all Farabundo's troops. They've been slaughtered en masse. They have not been effective at all. He has lost 70 troops to this combat. And ISAM 96 has been deadly. 130 for the loss of 98. He's taken losses, but he has killed far more than he's lost. And now Farabundo's been kicked out of this fight. Gearin is forced to retreat. It was a cameo from Simone Luxembourg. I think are they still in there? They still got some troops in there, and we're still seeing rams come out. A catapult from ISAM 96. There's one lone ram and there's an elephant after it. I don't think that ram's going to do any damage. But looking at populations, Gearin down to a population of 143. And ISAM 96 absolutely loving this. Farabundo, I think, is going to send reinforcements now, but they've got to be better armed than the last lot, otherwise they're in trouble. And that catapult's moving up. They've got rid of the ram. It's not looking good for Gearin, it has to be said. Let's have a quick flick over to the other side. Pistol Pete has captured a tower. That's terrible work from Vine Shreddy. Population down to 152. Andreas Addy has been helping. His horses have been getting more kills. Vine Shreddy massively in deficit. 90 kills for the loss of 120. Pistol Pete is... Ooh, it's close, isn't it? 139 kills for 134 losses. He could really do with a massive amount of support from Carried here. Everybody now in phase 3, or rather Simone Luxembourg is the last person not quite there. Pistol Pete has 5 siege engines somewhere in there. We're not seeing them being utilised at the moment. Where are they? It's bolt shooters, so this solid defence here is cutting down the attacking caravan. That's working pretty good so far. So bolt shooters being deployed as defence because... and finally, here comes Carried now with rather a lot of cav and quite a lot of supporting infantry. This is interesting. Over this side... ISAM 96 has got 251 kills, and again Farabundo has been on the wrong end of a pasting. He is having his ass handed to him on a plate quite comprehensively. Gearin is holding out. He's got nowhere to go really. Population down to 96, but he at least has been getting quite a lot of kills, but has been taking the most damage. Farabundo though has the lowest kill death ratio, losing so many troops to this. Nobody other than some rams in the oh dear. We're seeing more mass murder as ISAM 96 keeps committing to this, getting a little bit of support from Simone Luxembourg, so they keep throwing them in. I think this flank could be about to fall. I don't think Gearin and Farabundo have got the strength to resist this. I think Ptolemy's in the form of ISAM 96 have got the momentum, and they are in trouble. They're trying to capture barracks. They're not getting that one, but there are other targets. Let's have a look at the other side. Carrad has gone in really heavily on Vine Shreddy, and they've destroyed that temple. That's revealed all of these horses. Vine Shreddy having to support this. Population still of 147, but Carrad and Pistol Pete have the numbers. They've got territory, and yeah, it's not good. It's not good for them. Look at that. That fortress being built right on the border. They've also got that tower there. There are catapults coming in. Pistol Pete and Carrad looking strong here, and looks like they're going to try and hassle Andreas Addy possibly. What is Simone Luxembourg going to help out, or are they still supporting ISAM? ISAM seems to be doing pretty good on his own. The elephants are chasing away those rams. The rams have not been effective by Farabundo. Nothing he's really thrown at this fight has been massively effective. He's now up to 100 kills, but he's lost double that, over double that. And the elephants are on the CC of Gearin down to a population of 66. You'd have to say Gearin looks just about knackered here. Is that CC going to come down? It's coming down in seconds, isn't it? There it goes. Absolutely destroyed. And Gearin in terrible trouble. His buildings are coming down like mad to avoid being captured. Trying to put a CC up there is ISAM 96, trying to basically take all of this territory from Gearin. Where is the last of Gearin's population? He's had to run away right to the back of the base there. He's got mostly women, a handful of infantry. Gearin has effectively been removed as a fighting force from this game for now. Might come back. It would take something pretty special. And ISAM 96 just pressing ahead, trying to deny this fortress. I think he's got the gumption to do it. He's certainly got the numbers. Over here, Carrad has gone on an absolute death race through Andreas Addy's base, who's down to a population of 126. 2 rams going out from Andreas Addy. They have got 1 troop in them. No, is it 4 rams? 4 rams. They're in pairs. So what has he got that can stop the rams? He's got bolt shooters. They're hiding inside. We're seeing some melee troops going back. There are spearmen there, and a ram going back to support. Those rams are pretty nasty, but all the time Andreas Addy is losing population. Carrad has timed his attack really well. Can they get rid of these rams before it takes down Pistol Pete's? They got rid of 1, Pistol Pete's fortress there. I think that fortress could be going down. Yeah, they got rid of 2. It's tight. Fortress is still standing, and in the midst of this, Vine Shreddy is trying to counter. He sent his infantry in. They are probably running straight into that bolt shooter fire, so he's probably taking losses at this point, although he has been... Yeah, there goes the fortress. He has been getting some success there, but now taking quite a few losses. Those bolt shooters are just cutting everybody down. There goes the last ram. So but all the time they were there, they'd be taking fire from this captured tower. So Vine Shreddy has to withdraw. Population down to 137. Pistol Pete's down to a population of 135. As we're seeing an absolute rout going on over here. ISAM 96 is now ripping through the infrastructure of Farabundo. Farabundo's in trouble, down to a population of 101. Simone Luxembourg also helping out. So 30 champions for Carrad. What champion units has he got? Is it I'm not absolutely sure. They just look like ordinary spearmen. Where are these champion units to? Is it this horses?
Yeah, see?
Yeah, champion cavalry javelineers. So they've really worked for him. Look at that, 160 kills, only 34 losses. He's been lethal, but he's having to come back now and try and stem the tide. Basically, the problems are here for them. They've weakened Vine Shreddy. Although Vine Shreddy is coming back, population of 130. He's not out of this by any means. Andrus Addy, again, we've seen a bit of an underwhelming performance from him, and not looking like a fighting force right this moment. That Simone Luxembourg is chasing away Carrad, but Carrad is here trying to basically see if they can mount a last line of defense against this attack from ISAM 96. ISAM 96 has been imperious on this side, and they are about to destroy Farabundo's CC. They're trying to get towers and other infrastructure up, but I don't think it's gonna help them much, to be perfectly honest. As we see, we see Giran has built. He's trying to rebuild in this little quarter over here. He's got some wall protection, but I think he could be about to lose a second CC. Farabundo's in terrible trouble. They're being chased through the gates by this onslaught. The elephants have done for them. Carrad is coming back in now to try and slow this down. This is the champion Cav against this seemingly unstoppable force. This is the battle of the match. Look at that, they are starting to get success there. I think ISAM probably will realise he's up against a contender here. It's a very mobile army, and they can run away quicker and get hits in from distance. Split his forces. They're now not looking quite so clever, but I think whatever ISAM has left up here, they're still chipping away. And Simone Luxembourg is kind of doing the dirty work of knocking down these walls and breaking a way through, whereas ISAM is trying to get a foothold over here, getting another CC up. He's at pot max, whereas so is Carrad almost, but Carrad's still getting lots of success. 182 kills. How's the other side looking? Pistol Pete has gone for another attack. Vine Shreddy has built a temple right opposite and a fortress right in front of this CC. So his troops are going to be super strong there. So Pistol Pete is going to have his work cut out, but he's got catapults pelting these and bolt shooters pelting these buildings. So he's going to try and take his way through that way. Andrus Addy not seeing anything of him at the moment, and we're seeing an expansion in the middle by Simone Luxembourg. The big battle at the top is finally happening. We are seeing Carrad has got 200 kills for the loss of 66. He's fighting a running battle. He's done really, really well. But ISAM, 538 kills, only for the loss of 192. And I don't think ISAM is showing any signs of weakening there, despite facing this very formidable lot of champions. But they're still there, there's still a problem. How's it going over here? Pistol Pete is making inroads. His siege is gradually rolling up. It's a slow fight over there, but they are absolutely pummeling these outer buildings, but not able to make knockout blows. And you don't really want to be hand-to-hand fighting in here in this strong area. There is all manner of stuff that is going to shoot at you from there. So Pistol Pete will be taking a fair amount of losses. He is still 100 up on the old kill-death ratio. How's it looking over here? Carrad desperately trying to weaken ISAM 96. It's not really... It's 211 kills, and ISAM is taking a few more losses, but not proving to be any kind of a pushover here at all. I think they don't want to completely engage. What's this coming in now? Is this is Giran who's managed to actually get his population back up to 140. That's impressive, but only 79 of them are military units. And ISAM is clearing the space here to try and get at Carrad. It's going to be interesting. He's going to face quite a big force from Giran. He's got Carrad here. And ISAM is now starting to take a few losses. Is that kill-death ratio going down? He's still accumulating kills. I can hear elephants dying, but it seems to be holding it steady. Yeah, that kill-death ratio is dropping ever so slightly. Carrad's down to 2.4. So is ISAM going to have to retreat? He's got defensive structure. Yeah, ISAM's population dropped by about 20, and I think in the face of these numbers, he's done well to fight them off. But in the middle, big army of Simone Luxembourg going in to try and weaken Carrad in the middle and cause him to give up chase on this. Yeah, Carrad pulls back. Suddenly, Gearin finds himself on his own. Really needs to pull back as well, and so. Yeah, Isam's colleague there has done a massive help. Pistol Pete now being fought back by Andrus Addy. They haven't got near those. They haven't got near the middle, and Rams for Andrus Addy coming in now. So the last time he deployed Rams, it got rid of a fortress. So he's trying to get rid of this tower. Vine Shreddy is now down to a population of 83. Farabundo in the big trouble. Has he started rebuilding? Has he got CC down somewhere? Don't think he has, you know. What's he got there? It's one of those, whatever it is. So, yeah, Farabundo in big trouble. All he can really do is build towers and mine at the moment. I don't know if he's got the resources to make new CCs. He has not. So Farabundo has effectively been reduced as a fighting force. Vine Shreddy has also got a low population, but he's lost his CC. So the CC went down. We missed it. We did not see what happened there. But yeah, it looks like eventually it got shot up. And Vine Shreddy in big trouble at the moment, cannot build a new CC. So despite the fact that Andrus Addy came in, they went for an attack. They left it open. And fair play to Pistol Pete for getting in there and taking that CC down. In the meantime, ISAM's gone central to further engage with the main threat here, which is Carrad. Carrad, and we got Rams from Simone Luxembourg going in. And it's those it's those fire cav, isn't it? The ones that they are nasty to deal with. So no wonder Carrad has been getting. He's got his kill death ratio back up to 2.6. ISAM 96 for the first time. Kill death ratio is hovering just above 2, so it's dropped a bit. So they're finding Carrad difficult to deal with. Vine Shreddy is in terrible trouble, down to a population of 56. Has he got a CC going up? He has. Will it help? I don't know. I think Pistol Pete is just going to control this here. But we're seeing quite a lot of infantry from Andrus Addy coming in, population of 172. But very disappointing in the kill death ratio, 0.5 with the Persians. I don't know if this was a choice or random draw. But Persian's usually pretty solid, so surprising that he's had so much trouble with them in terms of getting a decent kill death ratio. And Carrad causing problems in the middle. He has been solid. Carrad has been well solid. He's not been bullied by anyone. He's caused everybody problems, and is the only player really to have been able to stand up to ISAM 96. ISAM 96 is, I wouldn't say in trouble, but for the first time in this match, ISAM 96 is coming off worse in these exchanges. And Carrad is doing very, very well. Simone Luxembourg has been there or thereabouts, but is still also in deficit as far as kill death ratio goes. Pistol Pete's been pretty good. It's a tale of two flanks again at the moment. Carrad has to withdraw a little bit to safety. And look at this. This is good teamwork from team one, Gearin, who bore the brunt of that early attack, but has rebuilt brilliantly. It's come back, army of 158. He's at pot max. He's done absolutely awesome to get himself back into this fight. Whether his Britons are strong enough to assist, but with Carrad there, it's a supporting role, and he's mopping up whatever's left of ISAM 96 and Simone Luxembourg after Carrad has softened them up. So it's really, really good team play from those two players. We're a bit critical of Gearin early on because he lost his flank. But no, he's come back really well. We've seen the best of Girin since he lost his CC, funnily enough. He's done really well to get back there. Carrot has been amazing. ISAM96 suddenly looking a little bit vulnerable. He's taken 347 losses, and all of those have been just in the last few minutes. We're 29 minutes 33 in. Over the other side, we've had an expansion from Andrasadi. Are we finally seeing a fight back? Is Pistol Pete running out of steam now that Carrot is not supporting him? He could really do with Carrot coming down here, but Carrot has obviously got his own problems. Andrasadi absolutely spamming out the Rams now. And Pistol Pete, population 168. Andrasadi is at he's at 205. He's managed to get a wonder down, and it's up to 220. So he's looking good. So he's going to have the numerical advantage. Vine Shreddy's still there with a 63 in his army, so a supporting role. But can Pistol Pete resist this? And the fight has moved right into the very centre of the map. Carrot is taking the fight to Simone Luxembourg. They're trying to shoot up this CC. This would take down the territory. There it goes. So still a fortress there, but they are absolutely hurting Simone Luxembourg, who's down to population of 99. Massively deficit in terms of kill death ratio. And Girin is coming down to support as well. I think the tide might have turned on this side. They don't have any siege between them. They're relying on the fire cav, which, it has to be said, are pretty lethal. They are shooting down that fortress. There it goes, and Simone Luxembourg has been unceremoniously kicked out of the middle of the map. Will Girin try and put his own structures down there? As we see ISAM96 for the first time having to be a bit defensive. And he's now being attacked by Girin. He's going to lose odds and sods here. Girin has got back. He's still just under 100 in deficit, but he's retreating now. So they've poked the bear, isn't it? So Simone Luxembourg and ISAM96 are countering against Girin, while Carrot is having to go over here and basically try and help Pistol Pete out a bit now. It's fair enough. Andrasadi's pinned between these groups of troops, and I don't think this is going to go well for Andrasadi. So Carrot again having to help out in the middle. It's whatever way this game goes, it's been a phenomenal performance by Carrot. He's been absolutely everywhere, and I think there will be questions as to whether Carrot is one of these top players who's come back with a secret username, because the amount of champion cav they've raised. It'll be the old "is it physic" question again. Who knows? Right, ISAM96 is on the march again, heading towards Carrot's base. Girin has had to retreat. Farabundo has built up to a population of 108 now. He's rebuilt with only 58 infantry. Could really do with committing them to this defence. We're seeing Girin is building temples and is helping out. Carrot's had to come back now, sensing the attack. Pistol Pete is on the attack here, and they're trying to basically well and truly take out Vine Shreddy. Vine Shreddy has got a CC back up again, so it's got to do it all again. Andrasadi down to population of 123, licking his wounds. You probably won't see him for 5 minutes if he carries on. I'm not sure. How would you say it's going then? Pistol Pete and Carrot have definitely controlled this flank on the side, although not 100%. ISAM definitely controls this flank, and him and Simone Luxembourg are making inroads. But if Carrot can strike a blow, I mean, ISAM96 is his kill death ratio is the lowest it's been throughout the whole game. He's not having it his own way, and he's going to start losing territory. It's a huge infantry force backing up these fire cav, and they are just ripping through buildings. I don't know, that seemed a bit quick. I wonder if ISAM destroyed that one voluntarily to stop it falling into enemy hands or stop it being destroyed. But ISAM's in trouble here. Fair play to Gearin for rebuilding and fighting back. He has, we thought we'd lost him as a fighting force, but whereas Farabundo has not really been able to get back into it, Gearin definitely has, and the lag now is the lag that we knew was going to happen has really kicked in. ISAM having to pull troops in from everywhere. He's still got 705 kills, but Pistol Pete is actually up to that. Pistol Pete has been murderous, and I think he's finally got Vine Shreddy down here. And Andreas Addy is producing cav, but I don't quite know where he's sending them or what he's doing. He seems to have given up on Vine Shreddy, who is being eradicated at this point. So it's a slaughter over there. I think if Vine Shreddy goes down, Team 2 are going to resign. I did not see that coming after the way that ISAM 96 ripped through 2 players. He's now getting a bit of a spanking, and even Farabundo is getting involved here. And ISAM 96 down to a population of 156, having to defend in his own starting point, in his own base. And these champion cav are just too strong for them. And there's still support coming in from Simone Luxembourg, but Simone Luxembourg has not been an effective killing machine. And now Gearin rounds on them, and I think they outnumber them. I don't expect Simone Luxembourg to be able to handle this. I don't expect ISAM to be able to handle this. We haven't had any resignations. I am very surprised. Even Vine Shreddy hasn't resigned. I think he's trying to build a CC down here. No, he's about to get completely slaughtered by Pistol Pete. Pistol Pete is on the move. And look at the fire. Look at the losses. ISAM 96 still holding that population around the 158 mark, but the kill death ratio now 1.5, population falling. ISAM 96 is getting slaughtered now, and as expected, Simone Luxembourg had their arse handed to them on a plate by Gearin, and it's looking very bad all round for Team 2. So what a turnaround. Is there still yet a twist in this game? I don't think there's going to be. I think the writing's on the wall here. ISAM 96 down to a population of 124, and nothing he seems to be able to do seems to be effective against Carid's troops. Carid, when he produced it's that 53 champion cav, they've just been completely overpowered in this game, and nobody has come off good against them. I think maybe early on, when ISAM was working his way through the maps, he ran into Carid, and that stopped his progress. And from then on, Carid's been able to take apart his enemies in bits. Basically, he's attacked ISAM, then attacked Simone Luxembourg, and then gone over and kicked Andreas Addy's ass a bit, as we're seeing Pistol Pete. Pistol Pete is absolutely destroying Andreas Addy. Not good for him. There is still a CC there, but it's only a matter of time. Andreas Addy his troops are stationary. It's like he stopped playing. So once again, we're seeing a very half-hearted performance from Andreas Addy. Why do that? Why not commit to fighting? Very strange indeed. So Andreas Addy choosing not to take part, which is really disappointing. I think for a player of supposedly that caliber to sit it out and just let your team go, that's not good at all. We're seeing ISAM 96 being dismantled by these 3 armies from the north, and not a thing he can do about it. He is still massively up in terms of In terms of kill-death ratio, 838 kills. No one's getting anywhere near that, not even Pistol Pete, I don't think. But, yeah, ISAM has resigned. So, yeah, his teammates have not been able to live up to his attacking prowess. So, ISAM has gone. And it's only a matter of time now. I suspect, Andres Addy is not really playing. Simone Luxembourg has got full territory. Is nearly, it's got 150, but is going to get slaughtered. I think we can speed this on and just see. Yeah, there goes Vine Shreddy has resigned, and let's pop it on insane speed. No sense delaying this any longer, as you can see. As you can see, Carried comes down. There goes, I think Simone Luxembourg is going to resign shortly after, or be murdered. I'm not sure which. Andres Addy is the strange one here. Why did they apparently just give up on this game? And it's not the first time we've seen a capitulation from them like that. They were involved up to a point and then just seemed to... when they saw the tide was turning, just seemed to lose interest. So, yeah, a bit disappointing. Oh, look at that. Pistol Pete is going to get the most kills, up to 815. Oh, is that... No, it's just because ISAM has been taken out of the game. So, there we go. That is very much the end. Capitulation by Team 2. Congratulations to Team 1. Let's have a look at those scores. Game's running really slow. It was really chugging along after that one. Come on, bring us up the screen. Hope I haven't crashed 0 AD. There we go. Right, so on paper, a very comprehensive victory. 70,212 plays 62,644. Not a word of it. Look at that score for ISAM 96, 23,016. Higher than anybody else's. It's just nobody else on his team got near that, and a couple of players on Team 1 were within shouting distance of that. Top killer, is it ISAM? So 838, it is. So ISAM 96, the top killer, but in terms of kill death ratio, that belongs to him as well. So no, Carried 2.43. So killed 2.43 units to everyone he lost. That is lethal. So that champion Cav absolutely won it for Team 1. I've been asked to show the populations over time. With team games, doesn't show you really a lot. It's a spaghetti junction there. I've asked Langbart to see if it's possible to get markers for when people phased up, to see if there's a correlation. I think in this game there would be a big correlation between going to phase 3 for Carried, producing those champions, and absolutely spanking everyone else with them. So could be interesting. You could see Gearin almost out of it there, round about, when would that have been? Probably about 17, 18, 20 minutes. How did he come back from that? That was awesome. So cool. Right, let's have a look at player of the game. It's got to be Carried, hasn't it, really? Yeah, it was looking like ISAM 96 for his murderous and scoring ability. You've got to give him credit for the way he knocked over 2 full armies, almost single-handed. At that point, he was supported by Simone Luxembourg, but ultimately, when the big guns came out, everybody came off worse to Carried. Pistol Pete held his own over there. He occasionally also got supported by Carried, but largely he was responsible for keeping Vine Shreddy out of it, who did really well to hang on. He was supported by Andres Addy, but once again, Andres Addy, despite the high rating and the reputation we build him up, failed to deliver. Absolutely failed to deliver. So bit disappointing, and come the end, when the writing was probably largely on the wall and everything that you threw at Pistol Pete was being deflected, I think lost that. I've been told not to say they lost to Will to Fight, because Will to Fight is an upgrade. Will to Fight is an upgrade in the Fortress, so you can't lose it once you've got it. I don't know whether Andrea Sadi ever had it, but whatever it was, he lost something and did not live up to his billing for the second time that we've seen him. Oh dear. But congratulations to Team One. Congratulations, massive congratulations to Carrad for carrying that victory, basically. Congratulations also to Gearin, both for coming back from the dead almost to be a factor in that victory. I think without getting those numbers back up, Carrad would have had a much harder job. It was the combination of Carrad's strength and Gearin getting those numbers back up. So special mention to Gearin. And Gearin also submitted the game. And it was a game that about halfway through, it looked like for all the world that our good old friend ISAM96 had in the bag. Not so. Awesome performance in the end from Carrad and Team One. What a game. I really enjoyed that. That was a bit of an epic. And I'll see you in the next one.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do leave a comment, drop a like, subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon to be notified of future episodes. If you'd like one of your matches featured on the show, see the video description of how you can submit your replays. And if you can't wait for the next episode, then why not check out these playlists in the end titles for more replays, commentary and tutorials on 0AD Newbie Rush. I'll see you in the next video.